Heads up, all of you retro radicals. The alarm has sounded. The barbarians are inside the gates, inside the gates, inside the gates.
You know, what we basically witnessed during these years at Videowest is the coming of age of the rock generation. The coming of age of an explosion of creativity, of people wanting to find freedom and bliss in whatever ways possible. And in many ways, we covered that, and in the process of covering it, as journalists, we also experienced it as individuals. And for me, the whole story of Videowest is essentially that. Is a lot of people finding their bliss together and coming together to offer an experience that inspired others, but also inspired ourselves. And I'd like to find out who is the first person who wants to come up and give us their story about their experience at Videowest.
What about that Fabrice fellow? Is he here?
What's that?
That Fabrice fellow?
That Fabrice fellow.
Yeah, that French guy.
Fabrice!
Oh, you want me to tell my story? No. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, while you're at it, start taking off your clothes.
You want me to take off my clothes?
No,
oh, Jeff is
no, we
coming.
don't want
Jeff's going to tell the story. Here we go.
Videowest, I had a different entry level than any of you. I did not volunteer. I was recruited by Fabrice. He just put my name up at the end of the show. Executive producer says, what do you do? He says, oh, well, you'll do it, you'll do it. And I tried my best. Executive producer is the one who's supposed to go out and make the deals. I did the best I could. I'm sorry I didn't bring more in, otherwise this would be just a boring 40th anniversary office party rather than a reunion. So it's great to see you all. I'm having a great time, much better than I even thought I would. And the one person, I don't know why, who I really miss, who exemplified Videowest for me, loving goodness, cheer, was the late Art Fryer, Okie doke. He represented everything that was good about Videowest. Anyway, great to all see you. I hope you have a great time.
Thank you, Jeffco. Who wants to be next? You want me to tell my story? Okay, I'll do it briefly. Hey, somebody wants this camera? Here, Joe. You can totally shoot. There's plenty of lights. So, back about 25 years ago, I was a young pup from Switzerland looking for adventure. Can you hear me? 40. Can you hear me? 45. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was 44. Anyway, it's a long time ago. You know, mid-70s. And here I am looking for adventure. I think I'm going to go get enlightened. I'm going to go to India. But you know what? Because I'm smart and I want to save money, I'm going to stop by the United States and go to California on the way. And I'm going to check out the hippies. I arrive at the Haight-Ashbury Street. There's no hippies there, just drug dealers. And so that was a major disappointment. But there was a lot of interesting cultural activity. And people like Scoop on the radio and things like that. So I'll stay a few weeks, just check that out. The weeks turned into months, the months turned into years. Suddenly I realized, well, wait a second, we could put this counterculture on the television screen. All we have to do is borrow some cameras and get a crew together to put on a show. And we started in Pacific Time in Marin County. And fast-paced magazine format, worldview from the rock generation. Well, what could go wrong with that, right? It was fantastic. Sure, there were feuds and all that, but that's normal. We're humans. But by and large, it was a fantastic opportunity for all of us to learn from each other. And for me, I learned storytelling from all of you. I learned business ethics from Jeffrey. I was a cheat and a liar. I didn't know better. Jeffrey said, no, you have to be ethical. And all these things, everything. Basically, I became a man at Videowest thanks to you all. And I'm very deeply grateful for that. And I hope it was good for you too. All right, who wants to be next?
Erik Nelson.
Erik Nelson. Les Minots Grises. Voilà. Monsieur Erik Nelson, you can use the stairs here if you like, or be bold.
He's queuing you off, Erik.
Yeah, I can. I just got up here. Someone will get to this, but I just want to pay a moment to remember our brothers and sisters who aren't with us, and I'm going to miss a few people, but you know, Sasha Ferrer, incomparable spiritual glue, the real spiritual glue, Joe Oliger. Our mad scientist in residence, Bill Etra. You know, I don't want to go on, but you know, these names come to mind, and as everyone goes up, if we can remember. So on that cheery note, Fabrice, I want to complete your story because there's something that's been bothering me for
Mike Feeney.
because I've already noted Mike Feeney doing that rather vicious parrot of me, but you know, Mike Feeney was pardon my French here, a fucking genius, and he should have been in front of the camera a lot more. And it's almost, it's too, you know, I probably blotted Mike Feeney out for that reason, but what a guy. Anyway, on a lighter note though, something that's always I've noticed about Fabrice, and you probably will all agree, he's the only internet super billionaire who isn't an internet super billionaire. Because I remember in the early 80s him and Terry Adams, who had to type this incessantly, his vision for ultravision. It's the thing that'll glue the entire world together. If Fabrice had just called it the World Wide Web, we would be in Hawaii now on your private island, Fabrice. And then I'm sure he had an idea for, you know, a computer and a video camera and a photo camera that fits in a phone. We'll call it Ultra Phone. Or the Ultra Bookstore. You can order things on Ultravision, and you can order books and things that'll come to your door. How about that? I'm sure you came up with that, probably.
Well, I haven't released Ultravision yet.
Yeah,
it's coming up.
we're still working on it, but you know, nice. Fabrice is the guy. He's the guy who brought us all here tonight. He brought us all together in 1978, 79. There isn't a person in this room who didn't want to strangle him. And I'm sure the people who just put this event together wanted to strangle him over the next 3 months. But he brought us together, and attention must be paid. Give it up, please, for Fabrice Florin. Do not put that on Facebook.
No, of course not.
Time for, please, piano cue me off here. Thank you.
Thank you, Erik. That was brilliant. Now, what we'd like to do is ask our good friend Lee Callister to say a few words.
A few words. It's hard to say what my favorite moments were. I mean, there was a lot of favorite moments over the years. The first time we took the show up the mountain and broadcast it live and ask if anybody would like to comment on tonight's show or volunteer for Videowest. And the phone started to light up. That was pretty exciting. A favorite moment was finding Joe O asleep in the vault when we were coming around introducing people, visitors to Videowest, and this is our vault where we record all our songs. And
that was the team from MTV coming to give us our biggest contract.
Was that who it was? What the hell else is some of my favorite memories of the Videowest? Well, I really enjoyed doing the Western thing. I got to punch Fabrice, and he said, "Oh, so masculine." Is the theme song music playing yet? No.
Good, Tom.
Okay, I guess it is. So let me just say in conclusion, that there were a lot of favorite moments, and this is one of them right here. What's favorite to me about all of the experiences I've had with Videowest is how many wonderful people I've gotten to be friends with over the years, how we're still friends together after all these years. How many people in life are able to say that? So this is one of my favorites right here tonight. Thank you very much.
Okay, 2 Eriks in a row for the price of 1. Here we go.
So I did a lot of the stuff for the early backstage pass. I had done the giant record, which was every song ever recorded on one giant record, and I voiced it and did all these real groups, 4 Aces, 4 Tops, 4 Seasons, you know, and I did it so fast, and I stuck one in just for a laugh, and that was the Foreskins. And this went by so fast, and all of a sudden Jeff calls and says, ABC won't run it with Foreskins. And we had to literally cut the Foreskin.
Thank you, Erik. We have room for one last one, and then we're going to do another segment.
Bud Stunt.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, I just wanted to get up here to show that you can talk right into the mic and be heard. How are we doing so far? Beautifully. I will sign off as my, also known as Bud Stunt. All right, everybody, I'm so glad to have been with Videowest. I'm over, and now I'm out.
Who wants to be next? Hey, Peter Moody, all right.
My wife forced me into this, but I think the greatest moment was that my sister sent me an article. I was going to college in Virginia, and she was living in the Bay Area, and sent me an article about Videowest. So I contacted them and asked them if I could be an intern for them. They said yeah. And so that was really excited. Lee was my professor for the couple years that I interned. My first assignment was logging the video of the Sex Pistols' last concert at Winterland. Now, I was more into Marshall Tucker and the Outlaws and stuff, so I had no idea what these songs were and stuff. But Videowest really changed my life as far as the music that I loved and the people, and it was definitely one of the greatest times of my life working for Videowest.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the meantime, this is Antoine de Cazotte. Not too many people know me because I was working in the daytime. I only came at night, right? And my first assignment at Videowest, because you're talking about the greatest moments for me, and it changed my life, is I was, I think it was the 49ers stadium, and we were filming Ted Nugent, sorry. And
conservative guy, by the way.
And I was asked to hold the cable of the camera. That's it, you know. But I was on the fucking stage, you know, and there was like 50 million people, and I thought, that's what I want to do. And I became a producer.
Hold the cable.
Tell us what you ended up doing.
Oh yeah. And there's a famous film I produced. It's called The Artist. It won 5 Oscars.
I'm Jennifer Blowdryer, and you're not. I don't do candid. From above, I'm a lady of a certain age. It's my friend Timmy Spence and I were in Beach Blanket Armageddon together.
And you're going to see a little bit of it tonight.
He's very geniusy, you know, and he was my keyboard player in the Blowdryers.
Do you guys remember the Blowdryers?
No.
You guys didn't go out to nightclubs? You were young once. Do you recall that? You must have gone out to nightclubs at some point.
We were too busy editing.
We were living in nightclubs 6 nights a week.
Definitely. We survived on backstage food. Anyway, so I was a cub reporter for Punk Globe and in the Blowdryers and living in a crash pad on Octavia Street. And I was trolling up the street one day and somebody had a proffered mic and a camera. So I began talking immediately. you know, so that was my introduction to Video West. How about you, Timmy?
You know, I was so busy listening to that story, I just have nothing to say. I was getting sucked right into that. But I did several things with Video West. I did a video, Brand New Dance, which, do you guys remember Brand New Dance? Another something is Jennifer and I did a movie. What was the name of that?
Beach Blanket Armageddon.
Did you guys see that?
We're going to show an excerpt in a moment.
Oh my God, they're going to show an excerpt? Yeah. It's pretty good, I think you'll like it. You know, just make sure you clap and stuff. There's some good scenes in it. And Jennifer complained because they made her walk in stiletto heels on the sand. But in any event, we're both really happy for what we did with Video West. And we are still pals to this day. Speaking about pals and stuff, we're still pals.
Thank you. Hey, I'd like to hear more ladies. Juanita, Susie Fitzgerald, Evelyn Messenger.
Do I have to go up there?
Okay. For posterity. All the grandchildren will see this.
My first job was to roll joints for the crew that was going to go out that night and shoot some concert. So Joe O was producing it, I think, and that was my job. And now, look at me now. Thank you, Video West.
Who's next? I spy Scoop Nisker. I spy Ludwina. I spy Harold. I spy Harold the most. Yeah. Come on stage, Harold.
Hi, folks. So anyway, I see a lot of you people online a lot. And those of you who don't know me, I'm hair, old, brown. I was at the wedding. I think those of you who were there know what wedding I'm talking about. Phyllis was first and was quite beautiful and eloquent. And then Fab stepped up and said in his manner, you know, so I'll be there for you and, you know, the kid, and we'll be together as long as we both shall love. And I stopped and I thought, what the fuck, and he got that on videotape. What a backup plan. He's a genius.
Cool.
Anyway, thank you all for your indulgence. I should stage left.
Thank you, Harold. And now the talented Evelyn Messenger is going to say a few words.
Yeah, hug them up.
We started having these theme show meetings. We decided to have theme shows. Every week, people would come and talk about what the theme of the show should be. And I'm not sure, I think I might have said this, but it might have been Juanita Diana, it might have been Sasha Farrar, Betsy Miller, Nancy Callister, or Kim Dempster, who said, we should do a theme show about women. And Fab goes, oh, you know, I have wanted to do something about sex for a long time.
I was young and full.
Guess what we did.
Say thank you so much, Fabrice, and I wanted to give you a present. Oh, Kathy McDonald.
Oh my God, it's a Videowest t-shirt. Oh, and it fits my slim figure.
Thank you very much, Fabrice, for organizing this and for everything. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kathy. It's important for us to not only remember our old friends, but also think about what did we all learn from all this? We invite the next speaker.
Joe.
What did I learn? Come on.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe!
I'm going to be really fast. I was thinking about this, like, for the last 2-3 months, I've been working on the website and pre-producing this with Fab and Lee and Juanita and Betsy and everybody else I forgot. And I'm going through all this footage and putting the website together and looking at these photos over and over and looking at the footage over and over. Going, man, is anything we did, does it mean anything today? Has it changed media? And then I thought, almost all my best friends in the world are here tonight. And that's what it means to me.
Tom Disher is going to play a little bit of music in memory of our good friend Mike and all of our friends.
There's no space and time. I love you for my life, 'cause you're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember our time together, 'cause we were alone, and I was singing this song for you. When my life is over, remember our time together. We were alone, and I was singing the song for you. Singing this song for you.
We've got a weird television show.